Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another fun-filled, highly triggering episode of Paradigm Shift and Educational Comedy. And I have got spirulina on my lip. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about spirulina. It stains. It's very healthy for you, though. Whoops, I just knocked something down. Very healthy for you, though. This shit's the bomb. It's awesome. It goes great in just about anything. And if I would have noticed this crap on my lip, I would have wiped it off before engaging the camera. But, oh well. What's done is done. In today's episode, we're going to be, although I'm going to keep this as brief as I can, going to be discussing how adulthood has become a state of extended adolescence, and this has been proven to be very, very accurate for both so-called liberals and so-called conservatives alike. It's been a very interesting, reflective election year. Now, if we look at this little graphic that was actually shared with me by Katerina Roy, it says not only did the Simpsons predict Trump winning, they even predicted the electoral map, and they got it right. So you see the map there. You see it's about 98% accurate. You look at the little clip where you got, in 2000, the picture of Trump there and the real picture in 2015. And, everything matches up. In my description here, I put, this map is 98% accurate, and this sort of thing isn't new. The 1% always admit everything ahead of time in TV shows and movies. This is an old game. Yet even so, let's be objective here. We do not know whether or not Trump is going to be another JFK and stab his former masters in the back in alliance with the people, or whether or not this whole thing is yet another George Soros special performance theater for the masses. So discernment on high alert. Assume nothing in either direction. Pay attention and question everything. Only the people discovering their own personal power will get this country and the world back on track. No political babysitter can save you. And I added some extra insight from Katerina, a little thing that she made. Grounding in groundlessness. She said, I am at the ocean today, writing and gathering inspiration and energy. I am meditating and opening myself to the sea, a metaphor for the infinite in my mind. Here I find my focus. Here I find my sweet surrender. Here is the energy that I take into myself, opening up to the energy of newness. The whole of life, single point focused in this moment. It's the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end of the love inside me. My heart was heavy yesterday with the collective confusion and fear around the outcome of the election. But I ceased my despair and used the fuel to open my voice and share my perspectives too. I have had tremendous experience holding space for pain, fear, and uncertainty, and I know that this is a great gift in times like this, being able to feel good, balanced, and able to flourish in times of uncertainty. Everything I say is an opening for more depth, more honesty, more surreality. More flow, more magic, more God. I feel integrated within myself and no longer feel afraid of what come my way. I am no longer afraid of the hunger, the rage, and the anger within myself or others. I'm so glad this world is falling to pieces, that this gross rage, or excuse me, that this gross misrepresentation is happening for people. The darkness emerges and comes up to be seen, felt, all the terror, the wounded perceptions, the hatred, the fear, the deep feelings of insecurity and instability. We see what is active, within us. Using hate, excuse me, using hate to fight hate is the same as shouting at the mirror. The face looking back at you only becomes more infuriated because it's your reflection. We all have pain, but when we run from our hurt and our blind spots, we project them all over people, groups, politicians. Our blindness makes us mean and leads us into our suffering. We have a unique opportunity on this planet right now to be the change we want to create. We can respect each other's differences and look for common ground and use compassion even when it feels impossible, especially when it feels impossible. Your heart can hold it all. The world is opening up to its rage and pain, and it's a messy process. But this is a very exciting time regardless. Big changes are underway, I can feel it. Lots of energetic upheaval and angst rising up, asking to be felt. This is some collective shadow work. Process your own emotional stuff, take back your power, and be ready to thrive amidst the groundlessness. In other words, spread your wings and fly. And to further make the point, and you know, I put this in a journal too, because for some reason on DeviantArt, these things have a higher probability of being read if I actually put it in a journal, whereas people go into the habit of like not, you know, there's like a 25%, you know, chance of, you know, a lower probability for the description being read if it's in a deviation description. I've also noticed this oftentimes when I make the graphics for PSEC episodes and I post the graphic, and then in the description it's got, you know, all the links to, you know, the video and so on. And you know, about 25% of the people look at the graphic. Oh, cool graphic. You know, it's like they see the graphic, they like what I did for the graphic, but they're completely oblivious to the fact that, oh, you know, that's actually just a cover graphic for a video. It's like thinking that the cover is the book. You know the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover? People go a step further with this, and now instead of judging a book by its cover, they think that the cover is the book, as if there's no pages. It's just like, oh, it's a cover, there's no book, what book? And it's really silly. But this in screen share mode, and obviously for the full clear, full audio, full video original, you can just go to this on my channel. But this is a short one. I'm going to play this real quick. And, you know, just because it helps to back the point that I'm intending to make here. I know this is going to cause a lot of cognitive dissonance for people because, you know, adulthood being a state of extended adolescence, people have their addictions to feeling justified, feeling righteous. I'm the victim. I'm right. I'm justified. They're the bad guy. They did this to me. But, you know, government is dicks to us because we consent. Not only do we consent, we demand it. We demand these babysitters so that we can cater to that addiction to feeling justified. And you know, whether you're a whiny little liberal social justice warrior or one of those, you know, Illuminati conspiracy theorists, oh, it's all their fault. It's all their fault. Blame them. Regardless of which camp you're in, this equally applies. I'm going to hit the play button right here. It's short, don't worry. 4 minutes, 35 seconds.
That shit is there.
You are the new world order. Not sure what we mean? Then let's take a brief moment to let the truth be seen.
Show yourselves, Illuminati, end this lunacy! Check it. I represent the New World Order. The banks, the government, Monsanto, Katy Perry music videos, Super Bowl halftime shows. All of these things implausibly tied together into one theory. I'm a builder. Berg, this world is like a video game I maintain when I leave the herd. New World Order control your life here in the dark. No builder! Berg! Get it down, I'm cutting down any one of my parts. I never cut my game with H Shot derivative, go ball, killing my foes. I'm rolling with the IMF, high equity. I grab my pen and sign them checks. Then I sidestep with high def flex. You are optimistic, now you're fucking depressed. You're just like the rest. I'm the NWO, totally unknown. You can't with my huge bankroll. I'm hard to glimpse. You can't do this, you can't do that. Who said so? I do what I like. Too big to fail, too much gold to hold. You can't with the chosen one. Own your life until the bird. William to bird. That's right, kids, or Bill if you prefer. I heard someone call for me, so I'm here to converse. I was right. I told you all. They exist. I can finally tell the world. So, the New World Order. Can you confirm or deny it? Both. Oh, yeah. See, things in life are seldom black or white, left or right. If I might be direct and forthright, please, that's what we like. Trust me, you're not gonna like it. I'm about to reveal the conspiracy so vast and silent that those within it can barely recognize it. The blatant truth is deep in the latter part of last century. As you finally emerge from your ignorance, you gradually begin to realize your legacy, your true role in history, but couldn't deal with the reality. So to retain a sense of self and innocence, your inner psyche conceived an alter ego of pure evilness, which you could claim and ascribe with the most heinous crimes that gave rise to your current way of life. So the New World Order doesn't actually exist? Oh, it exists, and how? Ask the slaves whose labor built the White House. Ask the slaves of today, died down to sweatshops and brothels to escape hunger. Ask most women, second-class citizens in a pervasive rape culture. Ask the non-human creatures who inhabit the planet, whales, bears, frogs, tuna, bees, slaughtered farm animals. Ask the natives of the Americas and Australia, on whose land you live today, on whose graves your factories, farms and neighborhoods stand. Ask any of them this. Ask them if the New World Order is true. They'll tell you plainly, the New World Order is you. What can we do? It's simple. Topple the tyrannus by bringing down the elite dwelling at the very top of the pyramid. You can attempt it, but this structure is your own edifice, far greater in scale and stature than you care to know or admit it is. It extends down. As you can see in this picture, I've corrected to include all those beneath you on which your privilege has depended. Impossible. We are victims. I'm a victim of the freaking system. And that, kiddies, is how the pyramid ensures its existence, through our failure to envision our position within it. Welcome to the New World Order, bitches. I hope I've been of assistance. I need an alibi. I need a projection to sanitize my life. You are my alibi. I need a projection, need a projection. Well, truth seekers, it's time to close this episode. Over the course of our lives, as we seek to explain the state of the world, we pass through states of enlightenment that expose the unknown. But the deeper we go, the more our quest seems to lead closer to home. Yes, injustice is real and undeniably abundant. Conspiracies, false flags, oppression, bribery, corruption. But can we fight injustice with any depth of purpose if we ignore our own roles in causing it in the first place? For the target of our struggle is never merely the tyrant on high, but also that piece of the oppressor planted deep inside every one of us. And that's where the revolution first must arise. Till next time, Robert Foster, the Internet. Good night.
Perfect, thank you.
If you really want enlightenment, then just lighten up.
Exactly, people. Exactly. I mean, think about it. You know, we have these strong beliefs in the negative, in misery and suffering, because they're very addictive. We can feel justified. Oh, it's their fault. It's the politicians. It's the Illuminati. It's this, it's that. And like that music video said, all that stuff is very real. But if we really ask ourselves, why is it allowed to perpetuate? What ensures the existence of that pyramid, as the video said? What continues to perpetuate the cycle? Well, if we're all acting shitty and in shitty moods and treating each other like shit and fighting and bickering and feeling justified at pointing fingers, well, guess what? We're perpetuating the very thing that we claim we don't want. Oh, we don't want war with Russia. We don't want racist presidents. We don't want scumbaggery. We don't want corruption. Oh, it's Trump's fault. It's Hillary's fault. It's George Soros's fault. It's, oh, let's point the fingers of blame everywhere. It's the liberals. It's the conservatives. It's you. It's fuck you. But it's never me. Never me. Oh, no. I didn't cause this. I didn't create this. Hell, this was happening long before I was born. are. Nope, 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 not my responsibility, not my fault. We didn't start the fire. It's been burning since the world's been turning. Oh, no, no, nothing I could do except shake my fist and become a bully, because, you know, victims ultimately become bullies. Because if you look at every bully out there, they were a victim of something. That's how they became a bully. And the cycle perpetuates and perpetuates and perpetuates as we shake our fists. Oh, it's all them fucking black people. Oh, it's all them fucking white people. Oh, it's all them fucking Mexicans stealing the jobs. Oh, it's Trump. Oh, it's Hillary. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's the corporations. Oh, it's Wall Street. It's blah, 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 blah. And so we go around having this negative, shitty fucking attitude through which we view the world. So we're blind to solutions because we won't let those into our minds. We think that all solutions are delusional because anything outside of our box is viewed as delusional, because everything inside of our box is the only thing that's real. So, gee, what's real? Misery, suffering, death, and hatred, and prejudice. So when we start talking about, hey, gee, let's show love and compassion and kindness and unity, and focus on cures instead of treatments, and focus on prevention instead of just band-aiding problems and retying the broken shoelace. Is that going to seem delusional to most people? You're damn right it's going to seem delusional to most people. The warmonger will always be praised and the peacemaker will always be condemned. You know, those who are speaking logically and intelligently and in a state of genius will always be viewed as the fools and the lunatics and the idiots and the delusionals, because they're speaking against the box that people feel justified in remaining stuck in. It's like we're all heroin addicts in a sense, and in denial of our own addiction. And whenever any, you know, just like, look at a lot of people who are first get addicted to drugs, alcohol, or whatever. And people start to notice and they say, hey, man, looks like you got an addiction there. No, I don't. Shut up. I could stop whenever I want. You just shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're just hating on me. You're being a meanie. Get out of here. Go away. And, you know, that's the reaction. You know, in order to solve the problems, we have to first, you know, be willing to admit that we have the problem, that we are a cooperative component in the problem. I mean, hell, look at Hitler. What could one silly fucking idiot with a dorky ass mustache have possibly done on his own? Governments rule by consent of the governed. So if nobody in Germany liked Hitler and they all just thought he was a twat and they just didn't want to listen to him, would he have risen to power? Of course not. There was nothing special about Hitler, that he had some special gun that he was able to point at all the Germans' heads and say, okay, I'm rising to power whether you like it or not. You know, tyrants never come up and say, hey, hello, I'm going to be your tyrant today, and I'm going to make you all slaves and work you to death and kill you and whatever else it is I'm going to do. And you're just going to just accept it. Okay, how about it? No, they all act like they're freedom fighters. Look at Hillary. I'm on the side of the people. I'm on the side of women. Vote for me because I have a vagina. And if you don't vote for me, then you're a misogynist. You're prejudiced. You're sexist, blah, blah, blah. And you know, the whole thing with Trump. Oh, look at me. Let's make America great again. You know, believe in me. Surrender all of your power to me, and bitch about the whiny liberals, and thus become bitchy and whiny yourselves. You know, I mean, seriously, it's the cat chasing its tail. It's the cycle, repeating. It, you know, the old boss is the new boss, as they say. It's, you know, it's like we get amnesia every 4 years, and we've been cycling through this again and again and again and again and again for decades and decades and decades. You don't like the current administration. Oh, well, the new one will solve all our problems. Oh, we don't want the Republicans in because the Democrats have the better idea. Oh, we don't want the Democrats in because the Republicans have the better idea. But if you really zoom out and look at the history of it, both of them suck. They're two wings of the same dirty birdie. Two wings, one freaking bird, all of which are Wall Street controlled. And why does that happen? No, not trying to blame Wall Street. Wall Street is allowed, permitted, consented by us to dominate us because we insist upon being dominated. If we're not even willing to stop for a moment and be like, you know, maybe I'm actually going to be kind to people. Maybe when I run across a whiny fucking bitch, maybe I'll say, okay, cool. That's your opinion. I respect that. I don't agree with you. I kind of think you're being whiny and insecure, but I respect your right to your opinion. That's fine. No, that's not what we do. We don't show that kindness. What do? We energetically vampire. Look, you whiny liberal, you have to conform to me. You have to be who I say you are because I'm righteous, I'm right, and you're wrong and you're stupid. I'm allowed my opinion. You're not allowed yours because I don't have an opinion. I have the truth. I have the law of God. I am God. Rah, rah, blah, justified. Blah. And that's how we act. And that's how the liberals act too. Oh, no, I'm not going to respect your opinion because you're a misogynist and you're a racist and you have white privilege and yeah, wah, and you have to be what I say you have to be. And if you're not, then you're a meanie face and fuck you and you're blah and you're a traitor and you're a terrorist and yeah. It's two sides of the same fucking thing. If you really look at yourselves, I mean, take a deep look at what you believe, what you feel, why you believe it and feel it. Can you feel that strong sense of addiction to victimization, that justification, how good it feels to feel bad, how good it feels to point your finger and shake your fist and go, yeah, they're the enemy, I'm the victim. They're at fault, I'm the righteous one. I'm the one that deserves the reparations. I'm the one that's been screwed. I'm the one that's been wronged, and they are the enemy. How good does that feel to get your adrenaline up and go, yeah, I'm the one who's right. I'm the one who's right. I'm the one who's right. So y'all might want to take a good close look at yourself because everybody's doing this. It's how we've been raised by society and the educational system to act. So the problem isn't really that the educational system and society has raised us to be like this. The problem is that we're addicted. We don't want to look at it and see, oh yeah, this is the case. So because if we realize consciously what's going on, that puts us at a point of personal responsibility. Oh yeah, I can see what's going on. So now I have a responsibility to change myself and change my attitude and change my actions and change my life and change how I conduct myself to be an example of the positive change that I want to create. And I have a responsibility to make the videos just like this one that you're listening to right now, knowing that there's going to be plenty of people who are going to condemn me for it. Plenty of people that are going to go, oh, you're shining your light too bright. Naughty, naughty you. You're blinding my eyes. I'm comfortable here in Plato's cave. How dare you drag me out into the light? You horrible, terrible person. How dare you make this video? How dare you speak your mind? How dare you speak the truth? And how dare you insinuate that I have any part in what goes on in this world? Oh my God, Dave Kelso, you're horrible. You're terrible. Ooh, how dare you? Well, now it's time for both the liberals and the conservatives to get all triggly puff. And it's going to be an interesting show. So I hope you all enjoy it. So that's it for right now. Have a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your part of the world. And please do consider the things that I've said and consider being the change that you want to create. Unless, of course, whining and bitching and complaining about everything is the change you want to create, then well, keep on keeping on. Keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing what you want to do. But for those of you that actually might want some positive change instead of some justification, might want to calm down, step back, think about yourself for a little bit and think about really changing your own attitude. You don't have to like the liberals. You don't have to like the conservatives. You don't have to like anybody. But look at how all this is affecting you and decide, you know, do I want to be the enemy that I hate? Or do I want to think about what I would rather do and feel and be? So peace out. Catch y'all later.